confronting evil. This is evil we are facing. We're not going to win this by propaganda. We've got to hunt them down and kill them. We need a president who will take the political handcuffs off the military.
With Miranda Khan, J.D. Hayworth welcoming you back to Newsmax Prime. That, of course, Republican presidential candidate Bobby Jindal during our chat together, saying our next president should not block our military from working effectively against the terror threats we face. And obviously for that, we need our elite special forces, SEAL Team 6, Delta Force, and the 75th Ranger Regiment, all part of Joint Special Operations Command, or JSOC.
Yeah, JSOC has done just exceptional things in our post-9/11 world. They captured Saddam Hussein, rescued Captain Phillips, and of course brought down Osama bin Laden. But most of their operations are shrouded in this secrecy and go unreported. And one man is here to offer us a very unique look into these units that has kept us safe for a very long time.
Let's welcome that man, noted intelligence and counterterrorism reporter Sean Naylor. Sean is the author of the new book, Relentless Strike, The Secret History of Joint Special Operations Command. And Sean joins us from Newsmax, Washington. Sean, welcome to Newsmax Prime. And in your research, you discovered that JSOC was only meant for a limited mission in the 1980s. However, in the post-9/11 society, that mission footprint has expanded. What was behind the shift to from limited mission to now a much more vital role within our military?
Well, JSOC was designed to be the United Nations' most elite counterterrorism force. And of course, after 9/11, the Bush administration declared a global war on terror, and looking into their toolkit for what tools they had available to fight terrorists, they found this very expensive, finely tuned organization called Joint Special Operations Command. And, you know, not unreasonably, they decided to use their elite counterterrorists as part of their global war on terror. The other things that changed that were Donald Rumsfeld, the defense secretary, and President Bush both basically fell in love with JSOC. President Bush was quoted saying JSOC is awesome. And after the Iraq invasion, when General Stanley McChrystal took command of JSOC, he really had a vision for expanding the command's mission set and turning it from a discrete mission organization into a campaigning organization.
Sean, JSOC is obviously very secretive given the sensitive nature of these operations. How difficult was it for you to gain access to the inner workings of these operations?
It was very difficult. I mean, the book took 3 years plus to research and write full time, and you know, it was founded on the 20 years plus before that I'd spent covering the military in general and special operations in particular in the post-9/11 era.
What do you believe would surprise readers the most? Or maybe I should ask it this way, Sean, what surprised you the most in your research?
I think there were specific missions that I'd had no idea had occurred, such as infiltrating special operatives into Syria at the height of the Iraq war to track the foreign flight, Al-Qaeda's foreign fighter flow into Iraq through Syria. That was a sort of a surprise to me. And another was Delta Force in particular developing its own IEDs, sort of reverse-engineered IEDs based on those that it had captured intact, and using those IEDs, they call them Xbox devices, to kill Shia operatives in Iraq who were part of the chain, the network that was bringing explosively formed projectiles, these very powerful IEDs from Iran, into Iraq to kill American troops.
Sean, we only have about 25 seconds remaining. I want to ask you, there's been some reports that you told some journalists that the U.S. Special Operations Command sent out letters warning people mentioned in this book not to talk about it. What has been the reception to this book's release?
Well, the book's only been out a couple of days. So it's a little early to generalize about the reception. It's been very well received critically. There is a subset of the special operations community that's upset that so much detail is in it, but I've also heard from others in the special operations community commending me for it.
Our thanks to Sean Naylor, author of the new book, Relentless Strike, The Secret History of Joint Special Operations Command. Now, speaking of books, Dr. Ben Carson has written one, and since he's rising in the polls, even tied with Donald Trump in some surveys, you may want to check this out. You can get Dr. Ben Carson's book, One Nation, by taking advantage of this free offer. All you have to do is pay shipping and handling. You can call the 1-800 number or go to newsmax.com/Ben.